Hey, what's up, crew? So Monday's workout today, we have got 5 rounds for time of a 200-meter run. So if you don't know what that's marked out, I'm programming thinking to be about a minute. So jump rope for a minute, ride your bike for a minute, pick somewhere that takes 30 seconds to run to and back if you don't know the distances, and get your running. Row 250 if you have a rower at home, 250. And then 5 D-ball over the shoulder. So we've got deadlifts in our skill today. The D-ball, we lighten the load a little bit and just working that same sort of extension, now a little bit more power-based because you're tossing weight over your shoulder before we dip down. But your setup, when you pick it up, I want it to be the same. Focus on keeping that back nice and straight. Reinforce all the good stuff you practice in your deadlift to get that ball over the shoulder. You do 5 of them before you do 15 box jumps and then 5 more D-ball over the shoulder. Okay, so after you've done your 5 rounds, you finish your 5th D-ball over the shoulder, there's a bonus 200-meter run. Pick that D-ball up, take off on the same distance down and back, and that is what closes out the workout. So for the skill today, we're deadlifting, but the coaches and I were talking about adjusting our structure a little bit more. So what you're gonna see in Wodify is just deadlifts listed there, but because we have 5 people in a class, because Joe and Elijah and I have been working together, and Jake for 5 years now, one of the things that we know are our members and what your goals are and what you all are working on. So how in normal classes we'd have deadlift 4 sets of 5 written up on the board, we know that some people maybe need to work on their single leg deadlift or have mobility problems, so they're pressing today, right? We accommodate based on giving you the fitness that you need, trying to make you stronger every day. So that's what our focus is going to be on the board now, is it's just going to say the movement, deadlift, or you'll see press or squat or lower body, maybe something like that, right? And when you show up, the coach is going to have more detailed notes and talk with each person and give you the program that best meets your needs. So as we're squatting, as we're deadlifting, we're going to be talking to you a lot this week about what those goals are and what we see happening for you the next few weeks, okay? So that's pretty exciting. We got that coming up. So for you deadlifters at home, if you have light weight, really focus on how you can vary it to increase the challenge. So like I said, doing a single leg deadlift, right? If you're not able to deadlift a couple 100 pounds or 100 pounds, right, for a heavy set, then what we can do is taking the weight we have, make it trickier by practicing balance. So doing 10 deadlifts on the left leg, 10 deadlifts on the right. You could also just up the reps entirely, right? And make it 30 deadlifts if you had a couple gallon jugs you were working with or something like that. Yes, so our workout, the deadlift, the movement I want to talk about today, because I've realized it's kind of a tricky one for some people. Tricky not necessarily because of timing that it takes or the coordination, but more so a mental barrier, right, to our box jump. This is a workout where we've got 5 rounds of 15 box jumps. It's high reps, it's lighter weight, so I know that you all are gonna be really pushing the conditioning. So then jumping and landing correctly can be a little bit scarier when you're out of breath and fatigued, and you're not able to focus on a few particular points of performance. So when we box jump, let's talk about the takeoff. Right? Our arms can be awesome leverage in building momentum for picking your legs up. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. That when you get your feet planted and you're ready to approach that jump, I don't just jump without using my upper body, right? But almost like you would do a kettlebell swing or how we initiate a deadlift, we start that hinge of getting our shoulders over our toes, and at the same time, I'm going to rock my arms back, right? So when you hinge, that's the position that you're trying to start. Shoulders over my toes, hands behind my pockets. From there, I swing my arms through, almost like I'm saying, get up, right? You lift yourself up to create some weightlessness, or a moment where like you're weightless and able to land on that box. So I hinge, throw my arms, and then that's when I pick those feet up and try and land soft on top of the box. Hinge, throw the arms, and the legs follow, okay? The other thing is that a great cue is to tell yourself to land soft on the box. A lot of times, especially if we're nervous about that height that we might be jumping to, by telling yourself to land soft, we naturally pick our knees up more and try to offer a stronger cushion to hit that box. It helps provide your balance, speed, all that stuff, but also can help you feel a little bit better mentally when we say, land nice and soft, right? Helps us pick those knees up. The last thing, if jumping to a 24-inch box scares you, jump over a line. You know what I mean? We can do a tuck jump. It's not as soft as a landing because you're falling to that lower, or the ground that you're starting on, the ground height. When you jump up, landing on a higher surface doesn't have the shock, but still taking time where you just hop over a line and practice picking those knees up can develop a really good rhythm, especially if the arm thing is new. You want to practice a lot of reps. It's something that's really easy or accessible for you to do, right? So me hopping a foot in front of me, practicing throwing the arms back and the timing of pulling my arms through can be helpful. Then get a 4-inch plate that you start jumping onto. Then 8 inches, and you start building 2 inches at a time, building up until something you feel comfortable with. So a good time to like move up on the height would be when you feel like you hop up, step back, right? And still be cueing yourself, land soft, throw your arms, all that stuff, but it becomes more natural. It becomes more instinctual almost for that rhythm of how you're gonna jump. That's your first sign to be like, okay, I think I should move this weight up. Not if you have to really gear up mentally each time to jump and hit your position, but yeah, like I was saying, when you feel confident and comfortable rolling through a few, you should be good. So that's a box jump. Attack it. That's the last thing I wanna say. In this workout, running is fun for me. D-ball or lifting weight is always fun for me. Box jumps is the one that first makes you go, ugh, like that, like I'm not psyched about it. But when I'm training, when I'm trying to get better, normally what I would have done is, oh, I'm good at running, I'm gonna run as hard as I can. I'm good with the D-ball, I'm gonna do that as fast as I can, and I'll just survive the box jump, see what I can do, right? Instead, I'm gonna try and stay more relaxed on the run, not really push a new or a harder pace, but try and find my steady pace. I'm gonna move the D-ball, taking a breath in between each one, and then when I get to the box jump, I'm gonna try and hit them as fast as I can unbroken. Because I know that's the issue for me, right? So the thing that is most challenging for you, set yourself up for success by pacing out the other things so that when you come to that challenging movement or that object that you gotta work with, you have more breath to be able to focus on what you need to do, right? Which just allows us to complete reps more efficiently and better. And you're saving your energy up to then really, for something that you know uses a lot more energy than the other stuff. Okay, so with all of your workouts, I want you to start thinking about that like, wow, wall balls, that's the worst part. I'm gonna lighten the load on that or take it easier on the wall balls and hit everything else harder. Nah, screw that. Keep everything else the same because you're good at it. Pace yourself there, and the thing that sucks, that's what you really gotta push. That's what's gonna make us better, right? Is working against the thing that offers a little bit more resistance because it's more challenging. So, that's my coaching tip. That's my movement tip. There's a workout. TGI Monday.